Hello, I'm Clayton Cornett,
And I'm Henry Bush.
and this is our project on the Second Amendment and gun safety laws.
I, like most Americans, believe that the Second Amendment guarantees an individual the right to bear arms. But I also believe that a lot of gun owners would agree that AK-47s belong in the hands of soldiers, not in the hands of criminals.
Political implications, legal implications are something which will be sorted out down the road, but I don't happen to believe that America needs new gun laws. A lot of what this young man did was clearly against the law, but the fact that it was against the law did not prevent it from happening.
What would be an appropriate time to use a gun?
I would say you only want to use a gun when it's life-threatening, for self-defense. Always like stopping a threat.
Do you think, concerning concealed weaponry, is it appropriate to carry with you always in public?
I do, and it's now, when I say that, that means appropriate training. I think it's appropriate. I wish that would happen across the country.
For the amount of murders that happen in the United States, do you think gun laws should stay the same or be more restricted?
I think that with that Second Amendment, with the right to bear arms, I think it's important that you can possess any kind of gun, but to what limitations? Is it appropriate for people to have assault rifles that are fully automatic? No. I mean, I don't understand why you would need that. I think gun laws have been strict enough as it is. I've arrested numerous amount of people who've had tons of gun convictions. They're still not serving time. I like the way that the gun laws are, but we need to be tougher as a society on criminals who are carrying these guns.
Some people would argue that since the Constitution was created in 1787, the rifles that they had were just muskets, which weren't very accurate or powerful. They couldn't predict the modern weaponry that we have today. Do you think that because of this fact that they should be changed to be more about our modern weaponry?
I think that if we do that as a society, as a country, if we start changing things or changing amendments that we have, that's what we were founded on. Now, this is just my belief. This is my opinion. If we were founded on those, on the amendments, the Constitution stuff, why are we tweaking it and turning it? I guess you have to move with the times, maybe, but we already have those gun laws that are set. We already have those restrictions, so I wouldn't change anything like that. But if we have it where people are carrying bazooka guns and high grenades, stuff like that, which is a little bit different than firearms, I think that something has to. I guess that you would have to eventually change something if it got totally out of control. So like right now, you can't possess a fully automatic unless you're a dealer, you have a license, or kind of like with the federal government. So
In the Second Amendment, it says something about only militias carrying weaponry and such. You don't necessarily have militias anymore.
Yeah.
So is this excluded mostly because I've heard that there are still groups of militias that scatter everywhere?
Yeah, I thought it was to exclude, but I'd have to go back again. But I thought it meant not, for the public basically, but not including militia or something like that. But I think you might be right. Militia are people. No, militia are groups, yeah, but they're people like you and I. It's a groups of people. So if you have court law that would define that and maybe change it a little bit, I think that would be okay. Yeah, I wouldn't argue that point. But this country right now is, this is my opinion, this country is so divided, like 50-50. Look at the presidential race. The country is definitely was divided in that, and